Hey guys, so I'm doing my May favorites. I just have a few beauty favorites that I want to share with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with eyeshadows first. I want to talk about ColourPop. I'm sure I've mentioned ColourPop before, but if you haven't heard about ColourPop, they are a very affordable eyeshadow, lipstick, now blush and highlighters and bronzers company, and they're just expanding their beauty products, and I think that it's wonderful. They have wonderful eyeshadows and lipsticks, which they call lippy sticks, and all of them are very creamy, pigmented, and they last all day. Now, I don't think that they claim to last all day, but they really do. They stain the lips, the lipsticks. The eyeshadows don't stain, which is a good thing, but they do last all day, and they're very, very creamy. Their texture is a little bit different. It's more like a gel creamy like texture. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch some of their products for you. So this here is Ibiza. This is like a pearlized, yeah, it's a pearlized teal shadow, and this is what it looks like when it comes new. There's like almost a snakeskin type of imprints on here, and it looks really nice. And this is what it looks like swatched on my hand, and that's just one swipe. And here, this is Dare. This is a very nice metallic purple, and this is also one swipe. And you can tell exactly how pigmented and bright these shadows are. Let me go ahead and do one of their lippy sticks. This one's called Brunch, and this one's like a very nice satin corally pink shade, and it's gorgeous. Let's just do one more. This one is I Heart This, and this is a matte kind of burgundy shade, and that's what that looks like. So as you can tell, these are extremely pigmented. These have a lot of color payoff to them, and they're all $5. This is $5, this is $5, and their blushes and highlighters and bronzers are $8, I believe. And they also have different sets and stuff, so you can buy a boxed set of like $20, and they also have collaborations with different YouTubers. Hi, sorry my camera died. I was talking about ColourPop and their collaborations with different YouTubers and beauty bloggers. So they have different sets that they'll create, like I know Shan XO had one, Kathleen Lights also created a little collection of eyeshadows. And I don't have any of those, I just have the shadows, but I know that they're just as good. So enough about ColourPop, let's move on to lashes. I've really been getting into lashes lately. I feel like they really help amp up an eyeshadow look, something that you put together so nicely, and especially with me, maybe if you have longer and fuller lashes, it would really be able to complement the look. But since I have such short, stick straight lashes, even if I put a bunch of mascara, it just ends up looking really clumpy, and it just doesn't look good. So I feel like false lashes are something that you don't have to work at and continue to try and build up the volume and intensity. You can just put the glue on and just apply it, and there are so many different styles depending on what you want to go for that day. Something more natural, something a little more dramatic, depending on where you're going or what you're doing, or just what you feel comfortable in. So here are some of my favorite brands. This one is the 410 by Lotus Lashes, and Lotus Lashes are probably my favorite lash brand. They're very affordable for mink lashes. Mink lashes normally go for $25, $30, $35. These are around the $20 mark, and they have some new ones that I think are $24, so it's not bad in comparison. I've seen some mink lashes for $50, $40. I don't know if I would pay that much, and if I did, it would just really be painful, but these are a good affordable price, and they come in this adorable packaging, and it looks really, really good. They have very, very nice styles. They have a variety of different styles. Excuse me. They have light volume, medium volume, and high volume, as a lot of lash brands do kind of categorize their lashes in that way. And I find that they are just very comfortable to wear. They last all day. They don't come peeling off or anything like that. And they're good for about 20 uses, I believe. I've had mine ever since I bought them a while ago, and I still haven't needed to replace any of them or anything like that. The ones that I wear over and over, I do find that some lashes come out, but I think that's because I'm just very rough with them, and when I pull the glue out, sometimes I might pull out a lash, or when I try and snip them to my eye shape, I snip a little too much and then something comes out. So it might just be me, but other than that, just regular, comfortable wearing, nothing comes out, and I find that they're a very, very good brand. And next I have okay, I'm probably gonna butcher this, I'm really sorry, but I believe it's New Bonsum. I just discovered their lashes actually by Manny, or Manny MUA 733, I believe. These are the Russian white mink lashes, and this is just what they look like. These I find are a little bit more natural. They have a lot of other 3D lashes that look really, really good, but I just picked these ones up, and they came extremely long so that you can cut them to fit your eye shape. And I've only worn them once, but so far so good. I really like this style, and they were really comfortable to wear, and I just love mink lashes. I find that they're just so much more flattering and natural, especially on my eye shape, and I would recommend them to all of you. And my last lashes are these by House of Lashes. These are the Iconic lashes. They also have a dupe by Coco Lashes called Goddess Lashes, and those are a lot more affordable. But I have both, and I find that both are good. Sometimes I find that when I'm peeling the glue off the Coco Lashes, like a little bit of string from the band comes out. Again, I don't know if that's me being too rough, but it did happen to one of my lashes after I used it maybe once or twice. So that is something you might want to be aware of. I really hope that they can change that somehow, because I'll still continue to buy their lashes because they're that good. But hopefully they get a sturdier band or something like that that can prevent fraying, because that has happened. So just something to keep in mind if you want to purchase. Let's keep moving on. So this is the MAC Studio Fix foundation. This is the powder and foundation. Comes with a little puff. This is what it looks like. It has that little ring because I've used it wet. I was hoping that that wouldn't happen, but it did, which is fine. It doesn't really affect the product in any way. But what I do is I take my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush. This is what it looks like, just a flat kabuki, and I spray it with my Skindinavia setting spray. So I just spritz it a few times so that it gets a little bit damp. I take it into the product and I just swirl it in, and then I buff it into my skin, and it's what I'm wearing today, so you can kind of tell. I find that it gives a very porcelain finish. I've been using Estee Lauder's Double Wear, and I find that this keeps me more matte than that one does. I think mostly it's because it's a powder, and that way it doesn't have any way of really looking oily or anything like that, and I am a very oily person, especially around the T-zone, so I find that this keeps the oil at bay. So I'm really happy to say that I really like this. The only thing I don't like is when I apply it, it looks a little pink, but it seems to oxidize and kind of just blend in with my yellow olive skin tone, so I don't really have anything to say other than that. Okay, so following along with MAC, I also picked up their Studio Finish Concealer. This is NW25, and this is what it looks like. I just wanted something for blemishes. I get a lot of acne and redness around my nose area, and I have some stubborn acne, just doesn't go away, like some redness and some splotchiness. If you have any recommendations for stubborn acne, please let me know. I know Neutrogena just came out with a stubborn acne cleanser and face wash and an acne spot treatment, so let me know if you've tried that out, because I was eyeing that one. But yeah, so that helps cover up my redness throughout the day, and it's been working really well. It's a creamy texture, so I just like to use my fingers. I don't use a brush, and I just set it with powder afterwards, and it's been working really well for me. Okay, so lips. This is Lolita by Kat Von D, and I know that this has been sold out on Sephora for so long, and I've been trying to get it each time, and I'll get the notification because they'll send you back in stock notifications when products come back in stock, and I'll get the email, and then I'll think, okay, I'm gonna have to order that later, and once I sit down on the laptop, even hours later, I find that it's sold out again. So I finally got my hands on it. Once I got the email, I immediately rushed to the laptop and placed my order. I think I even did it on my phone, which I don't really like to do, and I did anyway. But anyway, I have it with me now, and if you do as well, congratulations, because it's been really hard to get my hands on. But it's just a very nice dusty rose shade. This is what it looks like. And it is a liquid lipstick that dries mattes. And the only downside I find to this is that it's drying on the lips, but I don't find that it's too drying. My lips, I feel like, are kind of naturally, what's the word? Dry, I guess, or cracked. I guess I don't really want to say that, but they're not necessarily naturally moisturized is what I'm trying to say. I'm always applying chapstick, I'm always applying some type of lip balm because I always feel like they're kind of dry, and this doesn't make them any more dry, it just kind of feels like my lips. So I'll look in the mirror and I'll you know, they're not moisturized because it's matte, and I'll feel like, oh, there's nothing on anymore, and I'll look in and the color's still there. So I'm not saying that's moisturizing, I'm not saying it's drying, but on me personally, it just kind of feels like my own regular lip texture. So on you it might be different, and the color might be different on different skin tones and different lip colors. My lips are pretty pigmented, so they come off a little bit pinky brown, more on the brown side, and I've seen it more pink on others and then more brown on others, just depending on your skin tone. So I think it actually looks beautiful on everybody though, regardless of the color that it turns out to be. I find that it looks really, really pretty. Okay, we have 2 more left. Let's start with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. So this is what it looks like. I just got the mini size because I wanted to get the mini size. This is what it looks like on my finger, and then that's kind of, I don't know if you can even see that, but it's a very, very translucent, silicone-y feeling, it says oil-free primer, and I've really been liking it under my foundation. I find that it keeps me matte, but not only that, once I apply it all over my skin, it gives my skin such a smooth texture that when I apply anything over it, whether it be my foundation or even my powder contour that I use the Anastasia contour kit, it just applies so smoothly and so flawlessly that I've been wondering why I haven't used a primer like this before. Normally I prime my T-zone. I use a color correcting primer, also by Smashbox. I use this primer. It's just a green primer, and it helps color correct my redness that I was talking about, and that's what it looks like. So it's green, and then it kind of just blends into your skin. With this one, it doesn't do the color correcting, but it just works as a great primer, and I find that at the end of the day, my makeup's lasting longer, it still looks fresh, it still looks nice, so I'm wondering why I didn't start on it earlier. I kept getting little sample sizes of this one, like the tiny little sample sizes in the packets, and I loved it every single time, so I decided to pull the plug and just get it. Okay, so the last thing is this Eyeko Brow Gel, and this is a tinted brow gel. I love it because the brush is so thin. I'm sure I've mentioned this several times before, but oh, it's so good. I use it every single day to set my brows and to kind of tame them and keep them in place, as well as adding a little bit of color to them. So it has this universal brown shade. That's what it looks like. It's very, very subtle. It's not dark at all. It's not overpowering, but it's enough to kind of add a little bit of oomph to your brows and just kind of pull everything together. And with that tiny little brush, it does such a good job of framing and taming your brows. I know a lot of people have talked about the Benefit Gimme Brow. I haven't tried that one yet, but I heard that one has little fibers to make your brows look even fuller, so I have to try that one, but so far I've been loving the Eyeko one. Okay, so that is it for my beauty favorites for the month of May. I can't believe we're halfway through 2015. It feels really, really good. I'm excited for summer, and congratulations to all the graduates out there who have graduated this year, or if you know someone who's a graduate, it must be really, really exciting. I remember graduating from high school a few years ago, so if you're graduating from high school, college, or even just going into junior high or completing junior high, congratulations to you. And yeah, so I guess that's it for today. If you have any comments or requests, please leave them in the comments section below and I will be sure to get those done for you. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!